days off. Is it 3 days? Yeah, 3 days until the new year. So we're going to start with some banana pancakes, the healthy banana pancakes, because I think we all need to lose a little bit of weight after the amount of food that we've eaten over Christmas. So this is Alexis's recipe. So if you want to go and follow Alexis, please do. But I picked this recipe off Alexis and I love it. So, and I've not made them in a while. I've got some bananas to use. So all you need is bananas, 1 egg. So you want one banana, 1 egg. You're going to need some flour, I think self-raising flour, and you're going to need some cinnamon, or add a bit of spice in there to make it a little bit so it's not as sweet, but it'll give you that burst of flavour. So let's make a start then. So so hopefully, hello, welcome to the broadcast, everyone. Please remember to share. You can share the broadcast, subscribe, and you can sponsor it as well, but it's not available just yet on the app. So do that on the desktop if you like the broadcast. So let's spin you down then so you can see, and let's make a start. So I've got a little bowl here, and what I'm going to do, actually, I've got a frying pan. I'm just going to heat it up because that always takes the longest. So put your pan on a really low heat. If you put your pan on a really low heat, then it won't burn the pancakes. So you don't want it too hot, but you do want the pan to be fairly warm. So am I from England? I certainly am from England, yes. I think it's a great place to live. Great place. So, okay, so we're going to get your banana, first of all. Now, I've got here, last time I made these, I didn't have this gadget here, which is a Pampered Chef tool. As you know, everyone loves Pampered Chef on hats because Alexa sells this. And there's a link on my bio if you want to buy one to support her business. So these are retail about $40, I think they are. But I've managed to get mine in England somewhere, which I will tell you a story another day, those that know it already. So you're just going to get your banana, and you're going to chop this up. But I'm going to use this. So you could just tear it in half because you only really need, well, you need about 3/4 of the banana. I always take the ends off because I don't like the ends. Yeah, so, but this is a kind of American recipe, but it's a slimmed down version, so you're not adding too much flour and sugar. So you can actually use the sugar from the bananas to make it sweet. So we're going to take your bananas like this, just put them in the bowl. You see how nicely chopped they were? So pop them in. I'm just going to tear off a little bit more. Really, this part is for decoration, so just pop that in there. Make sure you use all the banana. But we're going to mash this up anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's nicely chopped up. But I just wanted to show you this. And as I said, there's a link in my bio if you want to buy one of these. They're about $40 if you're in the US, and they're really good for other stuff, not just bananas. Okay, so that's that done. We're now going to take an egg. So these are really simple. If you wake up on a morning and you think, I don't know what I want for breakfast, then this is really simple. So you're not using loads of ingredients. You're making enough for about maybe 2 or 3 or pancakes. But obviously, if you make them bigger, then you're gonna need more ingredients, okay? Or just double up the ingredients. So we're gonna take an egg. Well, let's mash this up first, okay? I'm just gonna I just use a fork. You can get a proper masher for this. So as I say, there's no really point me chopping them up really, but I just wanted to show you. So just mash this up. Remember the pan is on, so you don't need any oil if it's non-stick. So just mash up your banana. You deserve a slot on the Food Network. Do you know, I watch a lot of the Food Network. We do have it over here in the UK, and then we see some of the American chefs on there as well. So, but my sort of influence, who I tend to watch, is Haps broadcasters, because we've got so many Haps chefs on here that most of them are actually would be qualified enough to be on TV. Well, we are streaming. So if you find you love cooking and want to come live, we do also have a group on Facebook called World Kitchen, which was set up by myself, Darby Jones over in Colorado, Debbie and Brian who live in Sydney, Australia, and Alexis in Georgia, United States, and Anne Rush who's in Denmark. I'm not sure which part of Denmark she's from though. I can never remember the name. And we've got more and more chefs coming on board on there as well. So follow that on that. All the links are in my bio, so make sure you click on the link. So that's the sort of mixture you want. Okay. So just mash it all up. Try not to scratch your bowls if you've got a fork. So it's basically like baby food, isn't it? Whenever you mash your banana up. Okay, so if you find you've got too much of this banana stuff, then what you can do is add in your egg. So we're going to add in an egg. Let's grab my... I'm just going to grab a knife, because I cracked my egg using a knife when I can find it. I don't know what I've put stuff. One moment. Okay, so we're just going to get an egg, and we're just going to put the egg. I think there's an egg required in this. I'm pretty certain there is. It might not be actually, but I'm certain there's an egg. I'm certain there was an egg. I could be wrong though. If not, it'll make it very tasty anyway, regardless. Okay, so and we're just gonna, yeah, that's right. We take the egg, we're gonna whisk it into the banana. So just to recall then, so we've got about 3/4 of a banana mashed up and 1 egg. So whisk this in. Yeah, I'm certain there was an egg last time that I did this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some, if you can't get self-raising flour, you can use plain flour and baking powder, I think it is, yeah? But I'm going to use self-raising flour because it's already got that agent in. This is what's going to make them rise. So all I'm going to use, I think it's just 1 tablespoon. Now, measurements might be different. I do actually have a proper measuring spoon, but I'm just going to go off this. So 1 heaped spoon of self-raising flour. I think that's right. Oh, getting everywhere. Maybe just add an extra half in there, depending on how thick you want them. This is what's going to make them really fluffy. And then we're going to add a bit of cinnamon in here now. Next, let me find the cinnamon. So if you've got some spices or something, you could even add apple sauce into this, I think. So a little bit of cinnamon. Oops, not too much. You don't want to. Okay, and then we're just going to get a fork again and just going to fold that mixture in. And that is it, everyone. Just going to make a nice batter mixture. So that was 3/4 of banana, 1 egg, 1.5 tablespoon of self-raising flour. The reason I did an extra half in there was because if you're using if you're using plain flour, you'd then want to be adding your baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. And you see that nice colour you've got there? This is what we're going to use for the pancakes. Okay, so again, just mix that up, make sure it's all mixed in, no lumpy bits. And then once these are made, you can then add like honey on top and all sorts of different flavours on there. So experiment, that's just a basic pancake mixture. That's if you don't want to be making loads and loads and loads of pancake mixture, and it's healthy as well. So let's take you over to the pan. So come with me. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this all right. I will just bring you down in a second. Nice to be using the pan again because I've been using my air fryer recently for the last month, right up to Christmas. You'll see that okay, guys? So this is nice and hot, which is good. Now you can obviously use like rings and things if you've got them. I do actually have one. We'll do one with and one without. So I've got a nice little circle here, so I can pop that on. Let's do that on that side. And I'm not going to turn it up, but I'm going to put the mixture in. Okay. And just let it cover just like that. And just leave it. And then the other one I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop them in the pan. Just like that. And we're just going to let them just sit and rest and cook away. And this shouldn't take too long. But if your pan's really, if you've done one lot of pancakes, the second time around they'll cook much quicker, okay? So we'll just flip them over. So you don't want it on too hot, too high and too low. And you want to wait until they start to bubble. And that's when you know they're done. So hopefully that makes sense to everyone. And I say that if you've got any honey or golden syrup, but remember these are healthy pancakes. So if you're putting this on, you're not going to make them very healthy. But you are cutting the amount of sugar out there. There's no sugar in them which is good, other than the bananas. They're all natural sugars. So has anyone got any questions at all while these cook? I'm going to turn the pan up just a little bit. So if the pan was, if you're doing them for the first time and the pan was too hot, they'd burn really quickly. If you're doing them second time round, they will burn very, very quickly. But if you put your pan on really low, let them come up to temperature, they'll cook at the same time, then flip them. When you flip them, they'll just cook really, really, really quickly. So just keep an eye on them. Did I need any oil or butter? So if this is a non-stick pan, so you don't need any oil. So, but if you've got a pan that's, say, really, really old and it's kind of fading away, they will burn your pan. So as I say, just make sure your pan's on a low heat and then bring it up to the temperature. So these are starting to come up already, actually. They don't take too long. So now it'd be interesting to make pancakes actually in an air fryer. I could probably do it in the cooking dish actually if I wanted to, but we'll try that one day. So remember, you can share this broadcast, everyone, if you can. That would be brilliant. So let me know where you're watching from in the world. Let me know where you're coming in from. If you're watching on the replay, put #replay. You can all see that okay, can't you? So I'm just going to wait until they start to bubble, because I always take this off too early and then I want it to be a nice firm bottom. And then we'll turn them over. It is exciting. It is exciting. So what I'm going to top them with, well, you can top them with anything really if you want. You could have fruit. I've got some leftover banana that I can have with them. You could have them with blackberries or black currants or strawberries. So it's up to you what you have them with. These are just the basic pancakes. So you see how they're starting to rise up already. So I'm not going to turn them over just yet, because I know that they do. If you need to give it that extra time. Don't think that they're ready and start flipping them, and then that's when they all start to break apart, which you don't want. So you're watching from Hawaii. Wow, Hawaii's a very good place. Never been, but I've heard lots about Hawaii. So normally I just do them all like this. You see how they're starting to come up? They're looking really nice. Looking really nice. Let's start to have a little check. I'm going to use this. Actually, no, I'll tell you what to use. Don't use one of those. Use, if you've got a palette knife or like a butter knife, if I can find it. One moment. And the best knife to use is a butter knife or something that's flat. And then what you can do is we just take the knife and we just try not to stretch the pans, but you can lift them up. Oh, and look at these. Yeah, these are going to come up really nicely. Now you can use wholemeal flour if you want to. Oh yes, look at these. Are you ready? We're going to flip this over. 3, 2, up. This is why I use a bigger thing sometimes. 3. It's not coming up. There we go, look at that. Perfect. Right, we can do this one. Oh yeah, that's perfect. See how I left that a little bit longer? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh yes, you couldn't get any better than that. So remember, this pan's now hot, so that's going to take half the time to cook on the other side. And then we can also do another one as well. So I'm going to get a plate ready. So you see how I added that extra bit of flour in there just to give it that extra lift. And they are cooked in the middle, don't worry about that. So if you want really, really fluffy pancakes, yeah, you don't want them over brown, you don't want them too cooked. So that's why you really need to keep an eye on the pan. A lot of people burn the pancakes because the pan is too hot or they've not switched it on. So always allow it, put it on a low temperature to start with, build up the temperature as you're cooking, and then turn it back down if you're doing any more. That's probably the biggest tip I can give you. So I'm just going to give it just another 20 seconds on that one. Oh yeah, these are looking really good. And that extra flour will give that extra lift. Yeah, it's looking really nice. And obviously, if you're going to be making some more, put them in a warm place if you can do. You have your stove set at 4 or 5. So mine goes up to 6, and it's on currently a 4. So yeah, it's on kind of a high medium. Right, so that one's done. I'll just show you underneath. Oops, I'll just flip it over so you can see. So that's what it looks like there, look. Turn it over. Perfect. And then just check that one. Oh, that looks perfect too. Okay, and I'm just going to do one more because I've got enough mixture. Remember, this is really hot, the pan, so these ones tend to take less time. So if you ever cooking anything like this, just experiment with it, you know. You could put butter on these. Let's put some banana on these. In fact, I'll bring you down over here while that's cooking. That won't take too long. So come back over here. Right, and then we're going to take the banana. 1 second. So it's not going to take very long. Shot some of that extra banana on there. I'm going to actually put a little bit of honey on this. Not honey, some golden syrup. Just a tiny bit, just to show people. There we go. And I'm just going to check the other banana, and then we'll just have a little taste of these and see how they taste. Yeah. So this is nearly done. Yeah, super, super quick. Literally like 30 seconds and you turn it over. So let's have a little taste of the pancakes then. Because these looking really good. So as I say, they're really, really simple. If you double up the mixture, then ingredients, then you can make twice as much. And I've lost my knife. I don't know where my knives have gone. That's really weird. I'm actually going to turn that pan off now because that's done. So let's have a little taste. There you go. I'm just going to cut into the middle just to show you it's cooked. A little taste. Oh yeah, they're good. You can taste the cinnamon and the banana. Oh yes, let's just add another one on here. So you might have been watching this on Shrove Tuesday. There's the other one. If you're watching this on Shrove Tuesday, that's a bit brown. You see how the pan, I didn't turn the pan down, so just watch the timings. So just put on there, but that's still perfect though. Okay. So if you're doing this on Shrove Tuesday and you just want to make small pancakes, that's all you need. It's really, really simple. So let's bring you back up. So cheers everybody. Let's have a little taste of this other one. And then I'm going to end the broadcast. So thank you all for coming in. If you really find value in this broadcast, please share out. It's the money shot. It is, look. It's the money shot. So let's have a little taste. They are actually really nice with maple syrup on. Dropping it everywhere. Right, so I'm going to end it. I'm going to switch the camera around, flip the camera. So thank you for coming in, everyone, and I shall see you next time. Make sure you follow me on Haps, Aiden Leeds, and I shall see you next time. So thanks for coming in. Have a really great day. Take care, everybody. Bye.